On behalf of FedInsider and Carahsoft, we would like to welcome you to today's podcast, focused around legacy modernization, upgrade to citizen-centric digital services. In the first panel of the series, CIOs from across the country meet to discuss their own challenges and successes in modernizing their legacy systems in citizen services.
Thank you for joining us. I'm John Breeden, and I will be moderating what I know will be a lively and interesting discussion about how state and local governments are rapidly transforming their infrastructures to support digital citizen services. Digital services is a priority across all 50 states, as well as within many of the counties and cities that reside within them. In the most recent National Association of State CIOs survey, advancing digital services ranked number 2 in priority list after cybersecurity. Many states are already advancing impressive programs, and we have 5 amazing speakers with us from across the country representing Virginia, Maine, Vermont, Maryland, and the city of Raleigh, North Carolina with us today. So let me welcome each one of them, and then we can get started with today's fireside chat. First off, I would like to welcome Nelson Moe, the Chief Information Officer of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Can you tell our audience a little bit about how technology initiatives are handled within your state and the size of the population you serve, both within your government and in terms of your citizens?
First of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and with all the distinguished panel members, and thank you to Carahsoft for sponsoring this for FedInsider. In the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Virginia IT agency, the agency I have a chance to lead, serves 65 other state agencies and 55,000 state employees using a consolidated multi-supplier model. We're one of 3 multi-suppliers in the country, models in the country, along with Texas and Georgia. And we approach our technology needs to this model as an information service broker, or CIO as a broker. Our enterprise services include infrastructure, networking, computing, storage, security, and identity access management for our 65 customer agencies. And we support a population of about 8.5 million here in Virginia with diverse needs across the Commonwealth as far as population, geography, size, and capability. The state agencies, so we know that a one-size-fits-all is not optimal. So with the multi-supplier model, we can work to build customized services based on needs and best-of-breed methodology for suppliers. This provides unique flexibility, partnership prospects, opportunities for competition, and value add for agency customers. When an agency or group of agencies has a technical need, we collaborate directly with them to achieve their goals and anticipate future needs. We actively engage our customers, our agency customers, at every step of the process, from procurement to governance, the project execution, and so on. We have a robust customer engagement strategy that involves multiple meetings a month in our service to our agency committees. And I've done this, but I've had excellent support from the administration and my cabinet secretary, Secretary of Administration, Secretary Grinley Johnson. John, that's how I answer that question. Any other thoughts?
No, that's really good, and that's a great description of how to manage a very large state with a lot of diverse population. I'm sure we'll dive into that in a bit. So thank you very much, Nelson. Let's move on to Fred Britton. He is the Chief Information Officer with the state of Maine. Fred, it's an honor to have you joining us today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your state government and the kinds of services that you provide for your workforce and your residents?
Sure, and thanks a bunch for having me. Thank you, Carahsoft. And I also should say it's a delight to have a chance to do this panel with some of my peers. Our states have an awful lot of difference, but there's probably a number of things across digital services that are very similar across state governments, local governments, and what have you. Here in Maine, the IT shop is a consolidated shop. So about 15 years ago, the governor at the time was looking for some efficiencies and moved all the technology staff out of various agencies and put them into a central unit, saying not only should we get some efficiencies, but we should also now have a technology operation that can lead the way to bring the state forward. So that model is a difficult model at times politically, but I think it is particularly effective. But let me talk a little bit about services. And I think you would find that regardless of what government you happen to reside within their purview, you're going to find there are far more digital services available to citizens than you would ever realize.